And so for you to come on, or for you to just have your own platform and to say that, I want to get back to this, like, just discourse about disagreement, because I feel like that's how things grow and things change. I think it's really important that people like you are doing that. I mean, obviously we all
Mm.
know Joe Rogan, he does that. There are some people who still push for that, but I feel like what you said about it not really being, um, or we're striving away from it, or we have moved away from it. It's a little frightening. I think you agree.
Oh, definitely. And just like how you're saying right there about like long form discussion and these type of things, like the people, if you have to notice, like people don't even realize understand how to have to make an argument nowadays.
Yeah.
Like like just talk to people and you're like, wait a minute, we were talking about this and somehow we've circled all the way over here. So
Yeah.
we got to get back to like real basics, and that's what I'm saying. Like even understanding how to have an argument with somebody, how to sit here and to have a position, make an argument, provide evidence, and not take us off track to what happened to you when you were 7 years old. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the problem. Is like let's just call a spade,
Mm-hmm.
and let's all just agree that what we can see and what we can understand to be real and to be factual. Let's start with that premise. But we don't do that. That's not what's going on now.
Definitely. And I think, I really do think that people truly believe that their subjective opinions matter. I think that goes along with, the boom of social media, especially something like Twitter, and TikTok and things like that, where people can just say whatever they want and however they feel, and then they can get, a lot of attention for it. And I think that's problematic in a lot of ways, because I feel like if you haven't even done, like, if you haven't studied something for long enough, you can't really consider your opinion factual. You really have to do substantial research. And like one of the major things that we're seeing right now is like the arguments versus science versus non-science, and whether that science is backed by, just funding and backed by political, agreements, or if it's actual research being done and conducted and peer reviewed. And I think the more we move towards a society, I think we already have a society that's backed on, um, funding from the power, instead of just
Hmm.
actual seeking the truth. I think the more you get closer to a totalitarian society where, or like, even like, I don't know if you ever seen or read the book The Giver, where like people are being, I mean, I know you talked about the red pill and the blue pill and everything like that, but I feel like
Hmm.
we're being it's almost like we're being fed an indoctrination from birth, and that unless you like really start doing your own research about how things work and how things act, and really like critically thinking for yourself, you're just gonna, like, you can just wither away and just be almost like a, machine of the system.
And that's kind of where we're going. I mean, just look at. I mean, what do you call it? Facebook just introduced that metaverse,
Yeah.
which is. I mean, I looked into it a little bit, and I'm like, this is kind of insane. But if you really think about it, we're already kind of being programmed to accept this type of stuff, to where we're starting to become desensitized to humanity. You know what I mean? And the people that are claiming to be so compassionate and so um, you know sympathetic towards humanity are really the people that are doing the most damage to us, are really the people that are suppressing most of humanity and desensitizing us to humanity. And so
Mm.
it's like, we're headed in that direction. We're starting to become okay and comfortable with atrocious things happening to people that disagree with us. You know what I mean? That we don't that like no that's the problem, is like nobody has said, at least I've never said, people should die for personal decisions or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the other, I've been told to die
Mm-hmm.
over personal decisions. So it's like, it's hard to have these discourses when we don't understand how to let's start on facts. And
Yeah.
once we don't start on facts, then people are going to start living in alternative universes, or realities, in which they're trying to introduce to us and keep us all preoccupied. It's like, like you said, just another cog in the machine.